Okay, today we're going to be doing Unit 7, Lesson 12. We're dividing whole numbers by one-digit numbers. So we'll divide multiple digit numbers by single divisors and solve division problems with the remainder. And just realizing that the remainder is how the remainder relates to the size of the divisor. Okay, it's SAB page 297 through 300. So get that open. Remainder is our vocabulary word. It's just the leftover. So when a number doesn't divide into a number evenly, it's what's left over after you've done your dividing. Okay, so much like multiplication, there are a variety of ways that you can choose to do division. I just want you to look over this page, think about the rectangular sections, expanded notation, and digit by digit, and think about which way you prefer, or if you prefer another one, I want you to write it out here to the side. Okay, and I know this is not your first experience with division, so think about how you like to divide. If it's one of these ones, then circle it or star by it, and otherwise write it out to the side which method you like. I typically do digit by digit. However, you guys can do whatever method you want as we go through lessons, just like with multiplication. Okay, so let's get started. A farmer has 2,106 cows and 9 barns. If the farmer divides the cows equally into groups, how many cows will he put in each barn? There's not a lot of room on this page. I'm going to do this one up top here. So we're going to take 2,000. Oh, thought I had my pen. I'm going to take 2,106, and that's going to get divided by 9. Okay, and when I do digit by digit, I look at, will 9 go into 2? No. If you need to put that placeholder 0 up, please do so. Will 9 go into 21? Absolutely, 9 will go into 21, okay? So 9, when we look at 9 going into 21, or what times 9 gets me close to 21, it's 2, because 9 times 2 is 18. And I put that down and I subtract, okay? 1 minus 8 you can't do, so you just go over and borrow, put your 1 up. 11 minus 8 is 3, and then I bring my 0 and 6 down. Okay, will 9 go into 3? No. Will 9 go into 30? Yes. 9 into 30, it goes 3 times. Okay, 9 times 3 is 27, so that's as close as I can get to 30. Okay, I'm going to subtract out. I get a 3. I bring down my 6, 36. 9 into 36 4 times. 9 times 4 is exactly 36. And then I'm done. So he's going to put 234 cows per barn. Okay. All right, let's go on to number 2. A sidewalk covers 3,372 square feet. If the sidewalk's 4 feet wide, what is its length? So it's like saying we have the area and we need the other unknowns. So if you remember, area's formula is area equals length times width. And so we know width is 4, and we know that the area is 3,372. So we're basically trying to find out what L is. We can use inverse operation to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3,372 and we're going to divide that by 4. Okay? When I start looking at this, I think about, does 4 go into 3? No. 4 does not go into 3. If you need to put that placeholder 0 up there, go for it. Does 4 go into 33? Yes. How many times? What times 4 is 33? Well, 8. Okay. 8 times 4 gets us 32. So that's pretty darn close, right? And then we bring our 1 down, bring our 17 down. Well, 17 divided by 4 is 4, because 4 times 4 is 16. So that's as close as we're going to get. Okay? And then bring that 1 down, bring my 2 down. 4 goes into 12 3 times. So all in all, the length of it is 843 feet. Okay? Let's go on to the next one. Olivia has $8. Her mother has 4,000 748. How much times more money does Olivia's mother have? So I know it says times, but what you're really going to use is inverse operation here. You're going to take 4,784 and you're going to divide that by 8. Okay, well, does 8 go into 4? No. Does 8 go into 47? Yes, 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Okay, bring my 7 down, bring my 8 down. If you need to bring that 4 down so you remember it's there, do so. Okay, 78 then divided by 8 is 4. So 4 times 8, so I'm going to put my 4 up above. 4 times 8 then is 32. There's something wrong there. I did something wrong. Let me erase, guys. 78 divided by 8, let's try that again, is 9, not 4. Let me erase this. This should be a 9 right here. Hopefully you guys caught that right away and we're like, wait. Okay, so let's put that 9 right here. Now let's do 9 times 8 is 72. Okay, that sounds much better. Okay, and then subtract out. I get a 6 and a 4. So 64 then divided by 8, or what times 8 equals 64, and it's 8. So all in all, her mom has 598 times as much money. Right? Not $598 more, but 598 times as much. Okay? Go ahead and try number 4 on your own. Come with the answer. You guys will compare that with your classmates tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at this next one. This problem might seem unfinished. The leftover number at the bottom is called the remainder. You can write the remainder like this: 567 remainder 2. Could there be a remainder of 9 for this problem? No, because 9 is greater than 8. And that means 8 would still go into it. You could still divide by 8. Okay. Another way to write it instead of remainder, which I actually prefer, is putting it into a fraction form. The whole is whatever your divisor was, and then you write the remainder over your whole. Okay, so we would get 2/8, and then we can simplify that down to 1/4. Okay, so that's just another way to think about it. So all these problems down here, they're going to have some kind of remainder. Okay, we'll do one together, and then I'll let you guys try a couple on your own. So 6 doesn't go into 5, so I'm going to put my 0 up here. 53 divided by 6 is 8. So I'm going to put an 8 up here above the 3. 8 times 6 is 48. So it's pretty close to that 53. So I'm just trying to get that number that's close to 53. And then I'm going to subtract out. Got to do my borrowing, right? 13 minus 8 then is 5. Bring down my 8. Okay. 58 then divided by 6 is 9. 9 times 6 is 54. 4 comes down, 0 comes down. 40 divided by 6 then is 6. 6 times 6 is what I'm looking at then, which is 36, and I'm going to get a 4 left over. Okay. And honestly, if I kept going at this point, it would never end, because I would keep getting 36 if I added that 0 on in a decimal. Okay, you guys kind of know how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I can say remainder 4, or I can say 4/6 and then reduce that down to 2/3. Okay, why don't you guys go ahead and try 8 and 9. If you need to pause the video to do so, and then you can come back and check your answers. And All right, welcome back, guys. I'm just going to provide the answers. If you have a mistake, you need to go ahead and look back and see where you made that mistake. This first one, 963 remainder 6 or remainder 6/7, right? Okay. The next one, 982 remainder 4 or 4/5. Okay. Let's go ahead and go on then. Okay. Estimation can help us just find compatible numbers, which is what I was doing when I was solving some of those problems. I was just thinking about what times this number gets me close to that. Okay, so all we're doing is thinking about estimation in solving. So let's try a few of those. We're going to use estimation to find compatible numbers. So when I look at this one, I could think about what are compatible numbers that might work better. So instead of 31,000 or 3,150, I might start thinking, well, what's a factor of 9 that gets me close to that? 27, right? 9 times 3. So 9 times 300 gets me pretty close to that, which is 2,700. 2,700. Okay, and that's pretty darn close. So 300. So it's about 300. Okay, so just kind of thinking about how we can think these through. Same thing on that next one, right? It's real similar. Okay, let's go ahead and go down to some of these story problems. I'm going to skip the rest of those. If you want to practice out on those more, you can. Kim makes necklaces with colored beads. She has 1,620 beads for 9 necklaces. How many beads does she have for each necklace if they have the same number of beads? Okay, so you could look at this like, well, she has almost 1,800, which is much more friendly to divide by 9, because 1,800 divided by 9, if you know your basic facts, right? 9 will go into 18 twice, and so about 200. What is it exactly? You would have to solve out. Okay, so remember, the estimation just lets us know whether we are close or not. You can't put 9 in there twice, so 1, put that 9 down, subtract out, we get 52. Okay, 8. 9 times 8. Did I do this right? Oh, this is 7. Sorry, guys. I knew I was making a mistake there somewhere. This is a 7, not a 5. That's where my error is. See, I get stuck when you realize you made a mistake and something's not working. You're like, wait a minute. Okay, so 8 then times that is 72 as well. So it's just 80. So 180 is the exact answer. 180 beads. So the 200 lets us know that we're fairly close to it. Let's go ahead and go on to 16 and try 16 together, and then you guys can pause and go back and do some of the others and make sure you're understanding. So 1,155 newspapers is how many Sal delivers in a 7-day week. How many papers does it deliver a day? So we're going to divide that by 7. Okay, 7 goes into 11 one time. Subtract out. 11 minus 7 is 4. Bring down my 5s. Okay, 7 into 45 is 6. 7 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42. Subtract out, get 3. Bring down my 5. Okay, 7 into 35. Okay, 8 times 8, or sorry, 5 times. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, so 165 papers per day. Okay. Why don't you guys go ahead and try 15 and 17 on your own and come back and you'll start with discussing this page with your shoulder partners, okay? And that's the end of the lesson for today. If you want to go on and do those, please stop the video. Stop.